So here are 12 solid gift ideas for promoting plant-based health and longevity and well-being that you can buy for your loved ones this holiday season. Let's face it, most people going into the new year are going to be focusing a lot on their health and well-being anyway. So if you have any loved ones that are vegan or who eat a plant-based diet or who are just trying to focus a little bit more on their health and well-being, then I feel like you can't lose with these gifts. And better yet, all of these gifts fall within the $50 range, so you don't have to break the bank. All of these items are ones that we love and use on a daily basis, and we'll be sure to leave a link to all of these in the description below so that you can check them out. Okay, first let's look at some plant-based food and nutrition gift items. The first is a nice organic ceremonial grade matcha. Now you want to make sure you're getting a ceremonial grade matcha powder, not just any kind of matcha powder, because these are the ones that are going to have that nice vibrant green color versus the darker, sometimes murky green color that you see in some other matchas. So these are the highest quality matcha powders. They often contain the most nutrients as well. And if you're familiar with matcha, it does contain some caffeine, but not as much as your typical coffee. And matcha also contains a host of some very powerful antioxidants. So this is definitely a great morning beverage option for anyone. My wife loves making iced matcha lattes. Now this one is from a brand called Naoki. This one is currently running on Amazon for about $26 for a 1.4 ounce canister. Now that's going to give you 20 servings. Now if you want something larger, they do have a 3.5 ounce package that will give you 50 servings, and that currently is going to run you about $40. So both excellent options when it comes to matcha. All right, so next item is a good Manuka honey. Now, if you are familiar with Manuka honey, it's not like your average honey that you buy in the grocery store or that you're typically used to seeing. The thing about Manuka honey is that they're primarily harvested from areas like Australia, New Zealand, and they are known for containing some very powerful antibacterial as well as antioxidant benefits. Specifically, they contain a compound called MgO or methylglyoxal. This is the compound that contains those antibacterial and antioxidant properties that makes Manuka honey what it is. And Manuka honey is great for putting into your teas. Obviously, I personally like putting them into my oatmeal in the mornings, but you can put them in just about anything, or you can just eat it by the teaspoonful. Now, when you're buying a Manuka honey, you want to make sure that you're not just buying any kind of Manuka honey, but one that's going to have either the what's called UMF number, that stands for unique Manuka factor. This is basically the grading system that's used to show the purity or the authenticity of the Manuka honey, as well as what's called the MgO number, like I was just talking about. So the higher the MgO number and the UMF number, that means the more powerful or the more antibacterial properties that Manuka honey is going to have. This one that we have is from the New Zealand Honey Company, a UMF of 15 and an MgO of 514. This one you can currently find in the 9 ounce container for about $28, or if you want to get a smaller one like we have, this is the 4 ounce container. It currently costs just about $20. So this makes whether a typical gift or even a nice stocking stuffer because it is very small. Now, another option that falls within that $50 range is their 829 MgO Manuka. The 9 ounce container of that currently costs about $48. Okay, so next up is a good, solid, extra virgin olive oil. If you're not familiar, olive oils are also known for containing very high amounts of antioxidants, specifically polyphenols. And so we did a whole masterclass about what to look for when you're purchasing an olive oil and how to make sure that you're getting a high quality extra virgin olive oil, because not all olive oils are the same, folks. This one that I have in my hand right here is by PJ Cabos. This is a Greek olive oil. So what I like about this brand of olive oils is that they actually show you the antioxidant content in their olive oils, and they come in different amounts, kind of similar to the Manuka honeys. I mean, look at the bottle itself. The bottle just looks really nice. This one right here is their more robust olive oil. So it contains a pretty high amount of polyphenols. On Amazon, it currently runs about $27. You can use this for everyday cooking purposes or more as a finishing olive oil. And they do have other formulas that have different amounts of polyphenols. So for example, if you want the one that's a little lighter, not as robust as this one, you can buy that for about the same price right now. So definitely an excellent option. Now the next item is a mushroom grow kit. Now for those of you mushroom lovers out there, or those interested in eating mushrooms because they contain so many different benefits, these grow kits make for a great gift because you can literally take this kit and grow your own mushrooms at home. It doesn't take any special equipment. You can buy these kits for different types of mushrooms, whether it be oyster mushrooms or lion's mane mushrooms. There are a couple brands out there that are known for making these. One of them is by Back to the Roots. They have an oyster mushroom kit that you can purchase for about $20 right now. I think you can even get the double kit that contains the pearl oyster mushrooms and the pink oyster mushrooms for about $30 or so. Or if you want to purchase a lion's mane mushroom kit, there's one out there by North Sport that currently costs about $35. Folks, I can tell you I've used both of these and they're very easy to use. I actually used the lion's mane mushroom kit to make some lion's mane crab cakes, which y'all tasted amazing. I'll leave a link up so that you can check out the recipe. But yes, excellent gift for anyone. Also makes a great gift for a child or a young person. It's kind of like an at-home science experiment. Now, one thing I will mention as a word of advice is if you plan to get one of these, then make sure that you purchase it probably within about a week or so of when you plan to give the gift. The reason being is that over time, the mushroom may even start to grow a little bit because they're very powerful and just kind of ready to bust out of the seams. So make sure you don't buy this or purchase this too early from the time when you plan to give the gift. Keeping with the mushroom theme, the next item is a mushroom infused coffee. Now, don't freak out. This does not taste like mushrooms. It tastes like regular coffee, just like any coffee that you would consume. Basically what it is your typical coffee that's infused with extracts from certain mushrooms, adaptogenic mushrooms, whether it be lion's mane or reishi or chaga. And so if you have any coffee lovers that you're looking to purchase a gift for, this could be a great option. The one that I have right here is by Four Sigmatic, and they offer different formulas that have different types of benefits. So this one right here is their chill formula. It contains reishi as well as chaga mushroom. There is a whole bean version that is their think blend. This one contains lion's mane mushroom. That's designed to promote mental sharpness and focus. That one is going to cost, again, about $20 or $21 at this moment. And the next food gift idea is these organic whole food powders. Now these are great for adding into things like smoothies or juices or yogurt or oatmeal, you name it, there's really no limit. And they're just an easy way to add more nutrients into whatever it is that you're consuming. And so whether you're interested in things like Moringa or Baobab, Acai, Maca powder, Ashwagandha, the list goes on and on. And so for example, Acai powder contains, I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 times the amount of antioxidants that blueberries contain. And I mean, we love using these, especially in our smoothies and juices. Pretty much anything you can think of, there's probably a whole food powder out there for it. So we'll leave a link to several of the ones that we use down in the description below. And again, you'll be able to find all of these for well under $50. All right, next, let's look at some good kitchen equipment items that you want to have for health and longevity beyond just your typical knife set. So the first item is a good bullet blender. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a Vitamix. We love using our Vitamix. We make a lot of different things with it. But the thing about a big blender is that it's big, right? It's kind of clunky. It takes a lot to get in and get out. Whereas with a bullet blender, it's nice, it's compact. It doesn't take up a lot of space and you can be very versatile with it. You can make a lot of different things with a blender versus say a juicer. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anyone who wants to buy a juicer. If you want to get a juicer, get a juicer. We actually did a video talking about this as well, comparing having a blender versus a juicer and the benefits back and forth. So definitely check that out. But there are some good bullet blender options out there. For example, you can get the Magic Bullet for about $30 right now on Amazon. Or if you want the full NutriBullet, which is going to be a little bit bigger, then that's going to be about right at $50 right now. So we actually have the Magic Bullet Mini. We use it quite a lot because again, it's very easy to get out of use and clean, so on and so forth. So if you know someone that lives in a very small space and they don't have room for the big clunky blender, this is definitely a great option. Highly recommend getting a good bullet blender. The next item is a good cast iron skillet. Now, before you click off, hear me out. Did you know that there's actually research evidence showing that by cooking in a cast iron skillet that it can actually improve and increase the iron content in the food that you make?
What?
Are you serious?
Yes, we also did a video about this. You can check it out at this link above or in the description. But this shows that a cast iron skillet is more than just a good natural non-stick cooking surface. It actually contains some potential nutrient benefits as well. So if you know someone who deals with low iron, this definitely makes for a great gift option for helping to increase their iron levels naturally, especially if they eat more of a plant-based diet, because by eating a plant-based diet, that means you're missing out on a lot of the iron that you would be getting from animal sources. Of course, there are a lot of different options and sizes out there. This one that we have by Lodge, this is a 12-inch size skillet. It also comes with this silicone handle cover. This is currently on Amazon for about $30. Now, the thing about these Lodge skillets is that you will have to purchase the lid separately. So for the lid, it's currently running about $25. So that's the only kind of downside about that. Now, if you want to purchase one that has the full set with the lid, I did find one by this brand called Cuisinelle. Theirs has the 12-inch skillet along with the lid and the silicone covers. I think it also has a cleaning brush as well. That currently costs about $47 on Amazon. Now, the next equipment item, which is probably something that you haven't thought of, are these airtight lids. One of the things that we use this for is for our juices. I learned that they can actually help to keep your juice fresher for a lot longer. The way that they work is you place these lids on. After you screw them on, you use this pump that you see here and suck out whatever oxygen is in the jar. Currently, you can get a set on Amazon that comes with 4 lids and this pump for about $16, which is excellent. And another cool thing that you can actually use these for is for making fermented foods. So if you are someone who wants to make a set of fermented vegetables like your own kimchi or things like that at home, as we know, fermented foods are going to provide some nice probiotic benefits, which are good for gut health, then this is a set that you will want to have or to purchase for someone as well. All right, next are a few good book gift ideas for plant-based health and longevity. First is The Blue Zone's Secrets for Living Longer by Dan Buettner. Now, this is the book that forms the basis of the Netflix documentary of the same name. If you haven't checked out the Blue Zone's Netflix documentary, highly encourage you to. Now, this book highlights the 6 blue zones, which are areas of the world where people have been researched for living the longest. And it talks about the specific habits that these groups of people have formed and developed over time. Specifically, one of those habits is about eating a plant-based diet. This book really aligns well with the whole theme and purpose behind our channel. And so if you know someone who would be interested in reading this and learning about the whole blue zones and their lifestyle habits, then highly recommend that you get this as a gift for someone. You can currently find the hardcover on Amazon for about $20. So yes, definitely a great book option for people who are interested in living a long and healthy life. And the next book gift idea is actually a cookbook, and it's the Plants Only Kitchen Cookbook by the one and only Gaz Oakley. Over 70 delicious, super simple, powerful, and protein-packed recipes for busy people. If you're not familiar with Gaz Oakley, he is a world-renowned vegan chef. Adrian and I have been following his channel for a number of years. He makes some of the most amazing, fully plant-based food creations. I mean, just definitely check out his channel. This is currently on Amazon for about $15. There is also a Kindle edition for those interested in that. So if you know anyone who's looking to make plant-based meals that will impress other people as well as themselves, then definitely get this book for someone. Like I said, Gaz is the man. He's one of my favorite chefs personally. Guys, if you see this, I'm trying to help you out, bro. Hey, just trying to spread the love. And the next book gift idea is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, I know this doesn't really have anything to do with nutrition per se. However, the reason why I'm recommending this, and many of you all are familiar with this book, and so this book goes in depth about how exactly to create the habits and the systems to support the lifestyle that you want to live. Again, the new year is a time when a lot of people are going to be focusing on eating healthier, all right, working out, exercising, all of those things. However, oftentimes people will start off with those New Year's resolutions, right? And as a lot of research shows, that begins to tail off very, very quickly. And the reason being is that people don't understand how to create the right systems and set the right environment in order to help sustain those outputs. One quote that I love from this book is that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I know this book has been out there for a while, but if you know anyone who is not familiar with this book, then definitely a great gift idea. This is available in hardcover edition for about $14 on Amazon, or you can purchase the audiobook. We'll leave a link to both in the description below. Now, one bonus holiday gift item that I do want to share, if you're interested in any clothing or merchandise for your loved one, then highly encourage you to check out our merch store. We have our signature vegan-ish shirts available for purchase right now. This is the shirt that really defines kind of the lifestyle and the way that we like to eat. We don't eat a fully vegan diet, although some of the things that we do make are fully plant-based. So we have the shirts that contain the vegan-ish logo with the definition under, which says not fully vegan, but I eat a lot of plants, and flexitarian, that's another word that we like to use. We have shirts, we have hoodies, some other items as well. So if you purchase one, we'd really appreciate it. It definitely helps the channel out a lot. Now, if you're interested in checking out one of our recipes or anything related to the Daniel fast, the Blue Zones diet, any of that you can check out by clicking one of these videos that you see over here to the right. I hope you and your loved ones have a safe and happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And here's to a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Peace.